Welcome. I am Ava, and you're watching WNBA Trending. Today's major headline has fans across the country buzzing. Opposite of Angel Reese, who trashed her teammates, Caitlin Clark fans praise Kelsey Mitchell for her honest take on CC. The story has exploded across the WNBA landscape, sparking passionate reactions from fans, analysts, and players alike. Kelsey Mitchell, a seasoned veteran for the Indiana Fever, has recently gone viral after sharing heartfelt words about her rookie teammate Caitlin Clark. In a league filled with intense competition and strong personalities, Mitchell's straightforward yet respectful comments have earned her immense respect from fans and media. During a recent post-game interview, Mitchell was asked about Clark's impact on the team. Without hesitation, she responded that Caitlin Clark brings not only talent but also leadership and humility to the Indiana Fever. She said, "Caitlin's presence isn't just about numbers or highlights. It's about how she lifts people up. She listens, she works hard, and she respects everyone around her. That's something you can't teach." Those words immediately struck a chord with fans. Within hours, social media lit up with clips and quotes from the interview. Fans flooded X and Instagram, calling Mitchell the definition of professionalism and applauding her for showing grace and unity instead of division. One fan wrote, "Kelsey Mitchell just showed how a real teammate speaks. No jealousy, no attitude, just honesty and class." Another commented, "She's the total opposite of Angel Reese, who seems more interested in drama than basketball." That particular comparison quickly became one of the most trending phrases in WNBA discussions, opposite of Angel Reese. The statement isn't an attack, but rather a reflection of how fans are perceiving two very different approaches to leadership and communication in the league. Angel Reese, the Chicago Sky star, has been both celebrated and criticized since joining the WNBA. She's known for her fiery personality, emotional energy, and bold statements. However, in recent weeks, Reese has faced criticism for appearing to call out teammates during interviews and social media posts after losses. Some fans accused her of shifting blame instead of taking collective responsibility. While Reese has since clarified that her comments were misunderstood, the damage was done, and fans were quick to draw comparisons to players like Caitlin Clark, who tend to remain quiet and humble even under pressure. Mitchell's comments came at a time when the league's conversation was becoming more divided than ever. But instead of fueling rivalry, her words brought balance back to the discussion. She reminded everyone that what happens in the locker room matters more than what happens online. She didn't downplay Clark's talent, nor did she exaggerate it. She spoke from genuine experience, as someone who's seen Clark's work ethic up close every day. Fans immediately saw this as an example of veteran leadership. In a league where rookies often struggle to earn respect, Mitchell's public praise carried weight. Many commented that it showed a healthy, positive environment within the Indiana Fever, one that could set the tone for their future success. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark responded in her own humble fashion when reporters asked her about Mitchell's praise. She said, "Kelsey's been amazing since the first day I got here. She's someone I really look up to, not just because of her talent, but because of how she carries herself. She's a leader and a great person." Clark's response only amplified the positive reaction. Fans appreciated how she redirected the praise toward her teammate instead of taking the spotlight. It's a small example of why Clark has developed such a devoted following. She rarely feeds into drama, avoids public feuds, and focuses on letting her game speak for itself. Over time, that attitude has turned her into not just a rookie star but a symbol of how professionalism and humility can coexist with greatness. Mitchell's endorsement of Clark feels like confirmation of that. The situation also highlights something deeper, the growing importance of locker room chemistry in the WNBA. With the Fever being one of the youngest teams in the league, maintaining unity is essential. Mitchell's role as a veteran has been critical in guiding players through the ups and downs of a demanding season. Her comments about Clark show that the team's internal culture is healthy and built on mutual respect. Fans have been praising not just the words, but the timing. The Fever have been in the media spotlight since drafting Caitlin Clark, and every move, gesture, and quote has been magnified. While some teams struggle under that kind of attention, the Fever seem to be finding their identity. Mitchell's statement reassured fans that the team is focused on basketball, not social media noise. At the same time, this incident has reignited the debate over how the media portrays women's sports. Many fans argue that the constant Clark versus Reese narrative is exaggerated for clicks and engagement. The media often pits players against each other, turning natural competitiveness into drama. Mitchell's calm, authentic response feels like a rejection of that entire framework. As one fan wrote on Reddit, Kelsey Mitchell just reminded everyone what leadership looks like. You can support your teammate without tearing anyone else down. The media could learn something from her. Even among Reese's fans, some agreed that the constant rivalry storyline needs to stop. One fan commented, "Angel and Caitlin can both shine. But the way Mitchell spoke, that's how real teammates should talk about each other. No ego, just respect." From a basketball perspective, the chemistry between Mitchell and Clark has become one of the most promising dynamics in the WNBA. Mitchell's scoring instincts perfectly complement Clark's passing and playmaking ability. Analysts have pointed out that their coordination on the court has improved dramatically over the season, from timing on cuts to spacing on the perimeter. If this partnership continues to grow, the Fever could soon become one of the league's most exciting young teams. And with veterans like Mitchell setting the tone, their foundation looks stronger than ever. As this story continues to trend, one thing is clear: the fans love authenticity. In a sports world filled with media spin, scripted answers, and viral controversies, genuine moments of mutual respect stand out. Kelsey Mitchell didn't say what was popular, she said what was true. And that truth resonated across fan bases, uniting both Caitlin Clark supporters and general basketball fans. This situation also reflects the evolution of the WNBA fan culture itself. The fanbase has become more engaged, vocal, and socially active than ever before. They don't just follow stats, they follow personalities, leadership styles, and values. That's why Mitchell's comments became a viral moment, because they represented more than just sportsmanship. They symbolized the kind of integrity fans want to see from their heroes. At the same time, the opposite of Angel Reese label shows how quickly narratives can form online. Within hours, hundreds of posts repeated that phrase, sparking debates between Reese's supporters and Clark's fans. Some argued that it was unfair to compare the two women, while others said it was inevitable because of how both players dominate attention. Despite the mixed reactions, Mitchell herself has stayed out of the social media chaos. She hasn't responded to the trending phrase or engaged in any follow-up posts. Her silence speaks volumes. She said what she meant, and she's letting her words stand on their own. Meanwhile, Angel Reese has remained focused on her own team and performances. Though she hasn't directly addressed the comparisons, her recent interviews suggest she's aware of how public perception can shift quickly. Reese continues to emphasize that she's just being herself, and fans who support her admire her confidence and fire. But for now, the spotlight belongs to Kelsey Mitchell, the veteran who reminded everyone what respect looks like in the age of viral drama. This entire moment encapsulates why the WNBA is growing so rapidly. It's not just about athleticism, it's about personality, storylines, and authenticity. Players like Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell represent the new face of the league, competitive yet grounded, passionate yet professional. The Indiana Fever's journey has been full of ups and downs, but this story highlights the strong bond forming within the team. Mitchell's words, Clark's humility, and the fans' overwhelming support show that something special is happening in Indiana. As this news continues to spread, one question remains: can this positive energy reshape the tone of WNBA conversations? Can it shift the focus from rivalries to respect, from conflict to connection? Time will tell, but one thing is certain: fans will remember this moment. They'll remember Kelsey Mitchell not for her stats that night, but for the honesty and class that reminded everyone why they fell in love with women's basketball in the first place. And as Caitlin Clark continues her journey in the WNBA, moments like these will define her legacy as much as her record-breaking performances. She's already proven she can handle pressure. Now, she's showing she can inspire loyalty, respect, and unity among her teammates. For many fans, that's worth more than any points or assists. It's about character, and both Clark and Mitchell displayed plenty of it this week. The message is clear. Leadership isn't about being the loudest voice or dominating headlines. It's about uplifting others, showing grace, and staying true to your values. Kelsey Mitchell did exactly that, and the fans noticed. This has been one of the most talked about stories of the WNBA season, and it's not hard to see why. It has everything: honesty, respect, teamwork, and a reminder of what makes sports powerful. In an era where social media often fuels negativity, this story stands out as a beacon of positivity. It shows that the WNBA is more than a league. It's a growing community built on mutual respect and empowerment. As fans continue to debate, cheer, and share their thoughts online, one thing unites them all: the love for the game and the appreciation for players who carry themselves with integrity. Kelsey Mitchell's words may have been simple, but their impact will last far beyond this week's news cycle. They've become a symbol of sportsmanship and a powerful example for young athletes watching around the world. And in the end, that's what truly matters: not who trends, not who argues, but who uplifts.